to the sound. Again, I am going to have a good friend of mine with me today as music teacher introduces his friend, singer, guitarist, and songwriter Kyle Walz to
Hey, everybody.
Alip, the last of the Mohicans. This is another huge popular request, man. People keep telling me, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. And you know, pretty much every song on his page has probably been requested at least once by now.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the ones that are, you know, the rapid fire, man. Lots of people thumbing them up. Lots of people, it's requesting them. And of course, remembering that Patreon patrons get 10 times voting power when you ask me for something on Patreon. So
Cool.
Make sure you check out patreon.com/Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. So are you a fan of The Last of the Mohicans movie?
Yeah, I was trying to think. Actually, that's my wife's favorite movie.
Yeah.
So we actually have it on DVD and then whatever, streaming service. That's one of the few ones that she's bought, and she can watch that over and over. That and
Cool.
Grease. Yeah.
Well, I've seen it in parts many times, and I think through like maybe once, but it was a very, very long time ago. So in this moment, I'm not remembering what the theme sounds like, which is kind of cool. That makes it a little bit extra adventure-y for me.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember because my bachelor's degree is English, and I'm trying to think of the author of that book, and I'm drawing a blank. So I'm sure some professor somewhere is cringing, going, "I should have taught you better," but. That's funny, but I'm trying to remember a theme too. I remember scenes. I'm more the visual person with the movies than the theme person.
Yeah.
So
well,
this will be awesome.
I mean, I love the fingerstyle guitar, especially the progressive fingerstyle guitar, so much that like I don't care what he's gonna play. I'm a spoiler alert. I'm gonna like it. It's just a fact, you know. I don't know. It's so exciting to me now. It's so fun, you know, to be able to just do this and share and have somebody else out there enjoy it. So everybody, Montop, make sure you have your cup of coffee ready. Yep, definitely. It's a little. See, Kyle still got his coffee. It's a little late in the day for me for coffee. I already drank mine.
Yeah, cold brew for the win.
Kopi Mana Kopi, here we go. The Last of the Mohicans by Alip. Here we go. How was he holding the Ebo the whole time? I
I
mean,
think he said it. I think he set it down for a little bit.
did he?
Yeah,
I missed that. I mean,
yeah,
Evo. I know what it is, and I know how it works, and it was super cool to see him using that because I'm like,
yeah.
I haven't. But then, so he set it down somehow when I wasn't looking and picked it back up.
Yeah, yeah. Right after, like, he did it for the intro, and then yeah, he put his hand like real quick and then went back to picking. Yeah, well, at first, in the way that that video has like a vignette kind of editing, where the edges are kind of darkened just a little bit. I was trying to figure out, it's like, wait, is that Ebo? What's he doing? Because it sounded really grainy, which was cool. And I was going, wait, is that what I think it is? So that was really cool to watch. And the texture of the sound from the Ebo on that guitar just sounded really cool. I mean, it was like an old gramophone. I could see someone cranking it up. It's like, hey, listen to this old record, and it was cool to create that vibe, with it.
Man, so much fun. Oh man, I okay. So at first I didn't know what it was. So at first I was wondering, is that a track? Is nobody else is playing? Like, what is that? At first I didn't get
Yeah,
it, but then when it came back in the second time, and I saw he adjusted his hand, and I couldn't see the Ebo because of the shadows. But
yeah,
I noticed then from the shape of his hand, he's using an Ebo. That's
yeah,
so cool, dude. I swear, man. I'm one of these people. I'm so guilty of this. I spent like $100, like what, 20 years ago,
yeah.
25 years ago, and I have used it for a few things here and there. But like, it largely just sits in the tub. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I might use it like twice a year.
You, you
If
know,
that.
I I've I've been playing guitar over 40 years. I've never used an Ebo. I held one once, but I've never played with it. I've always, like picked or, plucked or, something like that. So I'm always interested in it. Something I was going to ask you that I thought of watching him play, especially when he's doing the legato stuff with his fret hand. Who's the bass player? Famous, phenomenal bass player, plays with Bella Fleck. I can't think of his name.
Oh,
He's got a brother named
Victor
Reggie.
Wooten.
Victor, thank you.
Oh yeah.
I may think of Victor Wooten and his brother because they always have those like hair ties up on their guitar neck. So when they're
Hmm.
playing stuff like that, because when you do that stuff on the acoustic and the microphone is down by a sound hole, when when I play my acoustic and tap, you actually hear like a little bit of the note. So
Hmm.
you hear this weird high pitched note when you do that. And so I don't know. I was just thinking of that and just admiring the whole sense of texture it was getting, because talking about like different musicians and creating different movements in the arrangement, so each one has a little bit different sensibility in terms of tone or texture and mood and things like that. The way that he created that was really cool. You had that kind of grainy vibe goes into something else. Had the melody part, did a little bit of the kind of flamenco golpe tapping technique on the guitar body.
Hmm.
It's really cool. And then to go back into it, and you really captured the idea of a theme song. You know what I mean? Because you could get this whole envisioning of the cinematic sensibility that theme was written for. And that was pretty cool. And again, talking about how he can include so much with one instrument. You know,
Yeah, it's and like I said, the first time that I was really floored by somebody on an acoustic, because I mean, like John Petrucci is my hero for electric guitar, and he's incredible on an acoustic too. Not trying to say, but his style is not as much a finger style per se. He's more of the pick shredder guy. Um,
right?
so the first person who really got me was Tommy Emmanuel. guy, man, he's a little bit older style than
Yeah.
Alip, but I mean, man, he was just so funky playing the bass and the chords and the melody all at the same time and the
Yeah.
rhythm. And there's one shout out to a video he did called Mombasa, I believe, where he's like hitting his guitar with like sticks. Wow, I mean, it's insane. He has
Yeah.
these guitars that are just like beaten to death. You can see like the wood is like chipping off in places
Right.
from him, just beating the living crap out of
Yeah, like
him.
Willie Nelson's guitar. I forget the name of that. Because it
But see,
has a whole bunch
Willie
of holes.
Nelson only destroyed like one guitar.
Yeah. And it keeps getting,
Tommy's destroyed a bunch.
and it's funny because you can see videos. I forget the McGuire's, the one big guitar shop, and I don't know if I'm saying the correct name, but where he gets it fixed, Willie Nelson. And so it's the same guitar, and he'll just get it fixed up and then beat it up some more. I mean, wish I had a guitar I could feel good enough beating up to do that. It'd be cool to have an icon with you. So, well, I mean, my acoustic guitar is kind of like my friend like that. It's been through some battles.
Definitely. Yeah, I love my guitars. Very, very grateful to have a 6 string, a 12 string, and an electric guitar too. So really,
Yeah.
really grateful for that. Everybody, make sure you check out my good friend Kyle's channel here. Make sure you subscribe. He's got some really great music, original songs. He's one of my favorite channels I go to for songwriting oriented stuff. He's a like channel. I do a lot of songwriting stuff too. So make sure you check out. I just did a live stream on song forums. I got all kinds of live streams coming up.
Cool.
Stay tuned, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. And like I said earlier, we got that Patreon thing. If you really want your request to go through, sign up at patreon.com/Matthews Music Lesson Studio. And everybody, it's been great, but we got other stuff to do. So I'll see you next time on
See ya.
the sound.